Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach.
Are you sharing any screen, Rajesh?
Yeah, I'm just sharing. Yeah, my Windows, my window is messed up with open up so many things. So I was just closing actually. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So let's get started. So now I think I closed this URL. Datadog entry login. So guys, I need some help from you. So today we have to complete the integrations. For that, I will show you the demo. I'll explain it to you. But if you feel you got stuck, if you're not able to understand, ask the clarification during demo. So that way we can save time during the lab. Okay, so here's this my Datadog. Okay, so let's get started. So first thing, how to collect matrices. Okay, that is a matrices using integrations. Okay, so guys, yesterday what we did, I must remind you, we did a Linux matrices matrix collection. Yesterday we did Windows matrix collection. I think there's spelling mistake, right? Is it correct? Matrix, yeah. Matrix collections, Windows matrix collections, and then one more thing we did. I forgot. What was that? Can you please help me? Third thing we did. Process. Wonderful. Yes. So this also we do that. But you know what? These all three was built in the agent only. I did not do anything extra. I just installed it, enabled it. That's all. So these all built in agent, infra agent. Okay. So, but I want to collect more data. So what data? So, sorry. So I want to collect the data from the container platform. I want to collect the data from the web server. I want to collect the data from the app server. I want to collect the data from DB server. I want to collect the data from the, again, orchestration, container orchestration platform. I want to collect the data from the cloud. Okay. So all these things we want to collect the data. And there's, said yesterday, there's a more than 650 integrations are available. So in a containers, which one you want to be collected data? Can you tell me the container, which one you want? All of you?
Docker.
Docker, yes, it's a good platform. Now, web server, which one you recommend? All of you?
Nginx.
In spite of Docker,
Nginx.
if you do the Kubernetes, it will be good.
Which one?
The Kubernetes, and in spite of Docker, because Docker will be the smaller thing. When you do
Ha,
the
but
sync,
container technology is Docker. Container orchestration, which is here, it will come Kubernetes.
okay, orchestration. You mentioned orchestration as well. Okay,
Yeah,
got
yeah, yeah. Web server, Apache or Nginx? You want to go for Nginx, all of you?
fine,
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. App server, Tomcat,
Yeah.
right? DB server, MySQL is free, so we can go for it. Cloud, AWS. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yeah.
So guys, these are the things we should complete today. Okay, these are the things we should target today. By the way, there are a hell lot of tools are there. There's a many web server, there's a many app server, there's a hell lot of database option we have, many orchestration platforms we have. But these are the things we'll do that. So let's get started with it. So how to collect the data? This is the not how to collect the data. This is which platform to target, which integration to do. Okay, that is the things. But the question is, question was how to collect matrices. So guys, pattern is very simple. Pattern is very simple. Step number 1. Do you know the tools or platform? What does that mean? That means if you are integrating and trying to collect the data, the first and very important thing is you should know that tool. If you don't know, then you'll be wasting time. You will be struggling here and there and making not sense actually, because some knowledge, I mean, not some efficient, proficient knowledge needed for integrations. Okay. So let's say if you're integrating Docker, you should know Docker. You should know what are the matrices produced by Docker. Let's say if you're doing Nginx, you should know Nginx installation configuration and what are the data produced by Nginx. Same applicable with everything. So that is the stuff. Because if you go without these learnings, you feel you get lost, because things will be simple, but we have to understand this. After that, step number 2. Okay, what we have to do. So step number 2, this is something like uh, uh, install tool. Okay, that is the first thing. Second thing, and step number 3, enable matrices. Uh, enable matrices exposing, something like that we can do. I'll explain it to you. And then step number 4, uh, uh, configure agent for matrices collection, matrices collections. Okay, and then step number 5, which is the last one, explore the matrices which you collected. So this is something which you have to do. So I'll give you the in the context. First of all, let's start with the Docker. Okay, so in a Docker, do you know the Docker? That is the first thing you should do that. If you know that, then second thing, install the Docker. In this case, our case, that I will teach you anyways. After that, do you know Nginx? Same step. So let's stick to the Docker right now. Enable matrices exposing. What is this? So this step number 3 is you have to understand in a different way. So guys, there is a two kind of product we have. One is legacy product and another one is cloud native product. So guys, what is a cloud native product? Cloud native product.
Yeah, which we can run on cloud, and also uh, that, that so comfortable you can say that.
Okay, yeah. So here, when we say cloud native, okay, so please understand this. There is a, see, Apache, you know that, right? All of you, Apache. So Apache is a old foundation. It's like the foundation for the legacy product. Now we have to know Apache GPL licensing agreement. You know that, right? Now there is a new era of foundation we have that's called CNCF. Some of you must be knowing actually. CNCF. Okay, this is the foundation. So this foundation is created for all the cloud native applications. So cloud native application means more or less container world actually. So container world, they are developing a project for the future generation. And if you see all this project, you see here graduated in a lot of it. So basically, you know what, Docker and Kubernetes and all, it is a part of the cloud native initiative. Okay. Now, so just like you have Apache licensing, right? Apache is the foundation, at the same time, all the products you have Apache licensing also. So same way, this is also cloud native licensing, they have it. Okay. So now the question was different. So here question was, uh, question was, how to enable matrices. So let me tell you here, guys, all the cloud native enabled applications which you see, Docker, Kubernetes, Prometheus, or hell lot of other tools like etc. You see that these are the one, and this is the only supported by CNCF officially. There's a more than 500 products which you have now recently developed from last 2-3 years. That is also considered to be cloud native supported project. So now what is happening? These tools, which is the cloud native projects, will have the matrices automatically enabled. That means matrices automatically exposed. So you don't have to configure anything. So step number third is not applicable for Docker and Kubernetes or new generation of software. But you know what? For the legacy software like Nginx, Tomcat, MySQL, and all, you have to expose the matrices. You have to configure, you have to enable it to expose the matrices. For example, let me give you some example here. So this is your machine, okay? And then here you have agent here, and then this is Nginx, let's say. It's an old generation of software. So now Nginx is there, and this is your Datadog, okay? So now what will happen? Datadog will have everything what agent sent. Now agent cannot ask the matrices directly to Nginx. Why? Because Nginx is not exposing it. So what to do? So Nginx, we need to configure it. So they will expose all the metrics at certain port number, let's say 83, and then agent will pick the matrix from here and then send to the Datadog, and then you are a SRE engineer, you can access this. So now this process is I was talking about in step 3, enable matrix exposing. Got it? Now this is Nginx, so you will expose at the port number. But let's say this is a MySQL, which is the database. So where they will expose? Just guess. Well, they'll expose. Hello? Am I audible?
Yeah, you are able. Yeah.
So they will see web server exposing at certain port number, because that is where they can expose. But in a database, they will keep all the data in the database. Simple. So agent will query the database. Got it? And then send it to the Datadog. So this is the things you have to understand. That's the reason I said you need to understand the tools very well, so you can configure it for the step number 3 very well, very easily. Okay, let's move on. And after that, agent need to be configured. So agent need to be configured to collect the data from the different places, and then agent will send to the Datadog, and then there explore the matrix at Datadog. So the flow, if you're clear, then can I show you the demo, all of you?
So here a single agent can collect the data from all the Docker, Nginx, Tomcat, or different agent is required.
No, single agent is sufficient. Right? These are the matrices. Remember. So this agent is sufficient for all the matrices.
Okay.
Correct now? Okay, so did you understand the high level? Can I start the demo of Docker? Okay. Yeah. So guys, I must remind you, Docker.
So when you do the Docker, right? Oh, what the demo in this like is that installation of Docker and like what we'll be doing in demo? Can we note it down somewhere in this
Yeah,
notepad as well?
I'll share the step-by-step guide. I'm just helping you to understand at a high level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because just like yesterday, I'll share all the steps. Don't worry about that. But the only
I think
thing
the
is,
session recording started, right?
I have no idea. I think it's there. Yeah, it's recording. Yeah.
So the recording session will be shared at the end of the session, or any plan?
I think coordinator will comment on it because I'm external I'm a trainer. Basically.
Okay.
Okay. So guys, can I go ahead? Any other questions? Okay, so now next thing is here, where is the documents? So as I said, every scenarios almost I have tried to document. So here you'll come to Datadog. Okay, search for Datadog and Docker. Okay, and now here you see how to enable Docker container monitoring in Datadog agent. Okay, so this is something you should follow. So here for Docker, how to collect matrices from Docker? That is a question. So first thing, guys, you have to install the agent. So did you install the agent? So right now I got the new server. So, so your IP address, I'll give it to you, but right now my IP address is somewhere here. Yeah, this is my server for the day. Okay. And I'm going to use this one. So what to do? So first thing, agent installations. Now, how do you install the agent? You know very well. So let me refresh this and go to integrations agent and go to the Debian Ubuntu, select the key and use it. This is my account, right? Yeah, this is my account and done. Now I install the agent. That is the first thing. So here you have to do. Second thing, you have to enable the process monitoring, which you did yesterday. So let me do that. So process monitoring, this all I linked it. So if you forget it also, you can do that. So
So the VM what we got it yesterday may not be remain same for the whole training. Every day we'll get the new VM.
right, yeah. Every day you'll have a new VM actually.
In that case, like every time we have to enable process monitoring and all those things every time, right?
That's correct. You have to do that actually. And that will not take, because once
But
you get
but
habit of it,
yeah,
it will just,
but
yeah.
those VMs can be shut down just and after the training, right? So it'll not come as a bill. To be
So
sure.
yeah, you're right. But first 2 days will give you the new VM. And once you set up a APM that required the data to be persisted, setting up this difficult APM. So for that, we'll store that VM as you suggested, because
Uh,
I want the people to get comfortable faster. So yeah, I did it just in 2 minutes. After that, what I'm going to do, you know that very well. Let me show you Datadog agent, and which file I'm going to modify. Can you please tell me quickly?
Datadog ML.
Yeah, Datadog YAML. And which section for the process enabling? Quickly,
API key.
process config. Yeah.
Process.
So n n n process config, enter, and here. So guys, process underscore config, if you type, it will come. Now, how many space needed quickly?
it's a YAML format 2 and 4.
2, 2, 0, 2, 4, correct now?
4. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Make it
1,
true.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, true. True. So done. Now guys, here I'm going to save this. Now what should I do quickly? Please tell me.
Restart the
Restart.
agent.
Restart. What is the command for that quickly?
Systemctl restart Datadog -agent.
Yes. So done. So guys, this is done. Now, so that is steps also done. Now what I have to do, uh, install the Docker server. Now this is a tutorial for installing the Docker server. You can follow. Now here, what is operating system? What is operating system? Ubuntu. So this is the one we follow here. Ubuntu, click on it. And this is the steps which you have to follow to install the Docker. By the way, in this machine, I think Docker is installed, but still I'll follow this just for in front of you. So you should not get confused. Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, we can hear. We can hear Rajesh. But you are in mute.
Yeah. And these all steps you have to do. And be careful while doing it. You please read this, all the steps. These all are Linux command. And update this. And here. And done. And yes, good. That's all, guys. So in my system, actually the one version of Docker was installed, but still I installed it just for showing you the purpose. So guys, this is done. I'll go back to my indexing. Now you have to enable Docker integration with a Datadog. How do you do that? I'll show you that. So done. So guys, can I check that Docker PS? Yes. Now what to do now next? I should go to Datadog. Now guys, can you please help me where the integrations related menus are there quickly? Where should I click?
It's an infrastructure list and go with
Here. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, eighth menu integration. Remember. So I'll click on the integrations here. So now today's we have to spend most of the time here only. So which integration you want? You have to search for it. Docker. Okay. So you see that Docker has detected that installations. Click on this. And you have to here click on the install integration. I have already done the. So here, please read this. Do you have a Docker up and running? Yes. Anyone would like to help me what exactly this has been done here? Logic. So for that we required a little bit of Docker knowledge. What has been done? Quickly is Linux.
We are modifying the Docker user, adding to the group DD agent.
So logic is very simple. You know that Docker is can be run using root user or the user who's a part of the group called Docker. Okay. Now I must remind you, agent is going to ask a Docker, this is Docker, and agent say, hey agent, give me, hey Docker, give me that all the matrices what you have. So now this agent is running using which user in Linux? DT agent. So if DT agent will ask information to Docker, Docker will deny that because it has to be root user or the user has to be the part of the group called Docker. So what we are doing, we are adding this guy to the group called Docker. That's all. So user modification. Make sense? So guys, done. And then after that, this you have to do that. So this basically, mind it, this tutorial is outdated. Here you see, whichever you see, it's outdated. So what to do? So I'll show you that here. Outdated means little bit of it. Okay. So here, go to the. Can you please help me to integration folder, which is the location for it? Quickly, integration folder, all of you.
etc
etc.
/data Datadog -agent, then yeah, integration.
And then last one more.
Something like .d you will find on
conf.d. Remember that this is the directory for us today. All the
And then
integrations are
docker.d.
wonderful. Yes, docker.d. So guys, what you have to do, this file is not active. So what to do? Don't delete, don't move, just copy this and make it happen like this. Now guys, here, this file you should study, okay? And this all things what you have is a Docker. If you know Docker matrices and Docker well, you will understand most of things. But right now you don't need to go for that. Just I want the enable. So here, be very careful. Instances. This is the list. This is the list format. And you see instances. This is a list. Match this URL. So basically, this is the URL which you see is a Docker socket URL. That's the agent is going to query, hey Docker, give me that container information. So copy little carefully this one. And it's YAML file. Be careful. I will take this to the hyphen and one space, put it up. That's all. Now you may forget this one. So for that, again, you can refer my documentations here. If you go back here, see enable the Docker integration. So this is the one. And after that, you should read this. And after that, you have to modify this one and how it should look like. So this image I have given it to you. This screenshot of it. You can add a more tags also if you want to tag, give a tag, but not required right now. This is the text version of it. This is the screenshot. Will you remember this, all of you?
Actually, can you repeat again? What is the use of the URL?
URL is, this is the URL of the Docker socket in the local host. Okay. So this is the way you have to put it up. That's all done. So here you see, again repeat, these are the copying the file, modifying the file, and then modifying the file as per the below image. Okay, so let me add it, else probably you will forget modifying the file. So here I'll write it how to you modify file, follow image below. Okay, so now you'll remember, and this command you know that very well. Okay, so now I have done it. I'm going to start this and that's all. Now I'm going to check the status of it. That's all. And here, how do I check that agent is enabled or not? So guys, this command, okay, you have to check this command very carefully. So here, this all commands you have run yesterday also, but this I'm adding. So let me do one thing. How to check if Docker is enabled or not. Okay, so you'll not get confused. Okay, so now let me check this, and here copy this command, clear this, enter. Now here you have, you see, Docker is there, all of you, correct now? So disk is there, CPU is there, Docker is there as well, memory is there and all. So Docker is come. Now if you want to see only Docker, so this command will help you. Enter. And then these are the, see, Docker collections. So a screenshot also I have shared in the downside. So please check this. Now, if you want to check the status, this command also, every command you should run it, get a habit of it. So troubleshooting, you will be very powerful in this. And you see here, this is the one, Docker. So these all are Linux command to get it way to done, get it done. So the verification is done. All this thing is done. Now what to do? So create few containers and verify. So this command, you know that all of you, creating a container. So can I create a container? Docker PS, you see, there's no container, one container, second container, second container, and third container. You can create few more if you want, but it's up to you. 2 containers sufficient for that use cases. And now let me see that Docker PS. So guys, I have a one container, affiliate, epic, and compassionate. So now the metrics of these containers, I should get it. So how do we verify? So this command, you know that. So go to this here, go to this here, go to the infrastructure, and you see here containers. And now, do you have a 3 containers? See, it started coming now. So that means it's coming, and you click on this, spend some time, metrics. So containers, so now you know the container and Docker. So you'll be able to correlate, this is the metrics of the container, CPU, RAM, and all kind of things. Okay, so you click on this here, click on this here. Logs and traces we have not enabled. Traces will do tomorrow, and logs for the day. So all this thing. Now, this is the place also you can verify. You can also go to the infrastructure list. Okay. And here, this is the machine. And now look at this metrics you enabled by agent, processes you did it yesterday and today also, and containers you got also here, 3 containers. Are you comfortable, all of you?
Yeah.
Now one more place I will add it. You start exploring it. So I told you, right, every data which is stored at the Datadog, you'll get Data Explorer. Spend some time and get comfortable. So metrics, which metrics? Docker metrics. See here, these all. How many containers are running? Look at this. 3, right? See that here, 3. The dot is there here. So start getting used to it. The UI, you will be feeling little comfortable. Now, this is the things we have to do. And no, sorry, this one. And this all UI, I have taken a screenshot, and then I'm sure you will find easy. Are you comfortable, all of you?
Yeah.
Okay, so now let me share the materials. So here, the notes will be same. I'll keep updating it throughout the 5 days. So not Kubernetes, Docker. And I'm going to edit this guy, and this notes I'm going to add it. So it's a day 2. Okay. So guys, it's my time. So please look at my screen, all of you. So the first thing, what we are trying to do, how to collect the Nginx metrics, correct? So Nginx is a web server. I'm sure you must be comfortable with it. So how to collect? So Nginx is a legacy tool. It's not a cloud native actually. So in that case, I need to draw a picture so you'll understand this easy way. So first thing, all of you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So here, understand the flow, because you need to understand the flow steps. It's a very simple though, but if you understand the flow, steps will be more simpler actually. So this is the Datadog, and this is the machine. This is the agent which you have. This is Nginx. Nginx need to publish the matrix. So how do we do that? That steps anyways I'll teach you. So Nginx, you have to install it. After that, you have to enable the Nginx to publish the matrix at certain port number. Then I need to tell agent, hey agent, go and grab the matrix from here, and then send it to the Datadog. And this is you will start exploring the Nginx matrix. So what we need to do, so first thing we have to install the agent, which you did it already. Second thing what you need to do, install the Nginx, that is a second thing. Third thing what you need to do, enable the Nginx to expose the matrix at certain endpoint port number. And then fourth thing what you have to do, make the integration agent configure with that URL to get the matrix. And fifth thing, agent will do this one. Sixth thing, you will explore it. Are you comfortable with it?
Yeah, understood.
Yeah. So now guys, here, look at my screen. So just type Datadog Nginx. Okay. So here, how to install Nginx integrations with Datadog. So this will help you. Now here you have, see the same image I explained it to you. So first thing, install the Nginx. So now guys, don't follow blindly. This is for CentOS. R is Ubuntu, right? So I will install the Nginx Ubuntu. This is the tutorial to follow to install the Nginx. I am doing in front of you. So guys, this is my machine. Okay, so first thing, how to install Nginx. So this command will do that. Before that, you update it. And then finally, this command will do that integrations. Yes. Now guys, here, can we verify the installations is working or not? So let's happen and see here is there. Now guys, here controlling the Nginx service, these all commands I given it you, so you can stop, start, disable, enable, all this thing you can do that. So I'm just going to start it because I just need a start. Okay, but if you want to enable it from tomorrow, you should run the enable. These are all Linux command. I'm sure you must be comfortable with it. Now here by default Nginx is not allowing the outside traffic because of firewall and all. So what you need to do? So you can create exception for Nginx. So these are the commands to check that it's allowed or not. So here it's allowed. If you want to, if you see that your allowed is not there, so you can run this command to get it allowed. These are Linux command to work with a firewall for Nginx. Okay, so this command, even though if you run it, it's a safer actually, nothing will happen. So that is something which you can do that. Okay, so that is done. Now can we check that whether really is accessible or not? So curl and nginx. So guys, you see that nginx page has come. This is the curl ways to test it. So my nginx is up and running. Are you okay with this so far?
Yeah, sure.
So,
You're all
hello. Yeah. Now guys, server configuration. So configure a server block. Now what you can do, if you like it, then you can change the image, change the file. This is not important by the way, but change the file and put it something like this. So this is your customize your package. This is not important, though you can do that. So now curl, if you do, you will see this message. Okay, so now that is done. If you really want to understand a little bit of Nginx, then you can go through that, but it's not read. My job is done. So are you okay? This step number 1, install the Nginx in the Ubuntu. Are you okay?
Yes, yes.
Okay, now guys, you have to configure Nginx and start the service. I did it. Now this is important. So this basically, this is the module of Nginx. That's the reason I was telling you, in order to integrate, you need to know that particular tool actually. So here, these steps, not this one, these steps, how to do that. So there's a one module you have to enable actually. Which module? This module. Okay, so how do you check that whether it's enabled or not? So you know what, in Ubuntu there is a one beauty actually. In CentOS you have to enable manually, but in Ubuntu it's already enabled that module, so you can save that effort. See here, its module is enabled, but mind it, if it is not enabled, you have to enable it. So again, you have to look for the Nginx documents to enable these modules. Okay, so for me in Ubuntu, it's enabled by default, so that is done also. So here, this is the stacking point. When you try in your hosted environment, you please be careful on this. After that, can we check whether it's coming or not? So by default, that will come on the 81 port. So how do you configure it? So guys, you have to go to these locations and add this entry into that file. Okay, so this file, I'll show you this one here. So the file is status.conf. So create this file if it's not there. So vi etc nginx and then conf.d and then this file. Okay, remember that this file. Okay, so this file at these locations, enter. Now this is empty, it's not exist. So what I'll do, I'll enter this one. So this will make this, I'll explain it to you. This will make the status available at the 81 port, which is here. You see, this is the module, this is the URL, and the module is enabled here. Okay, so if you understand the Nginx, you will understand a little bit better. Done. And now you have to restart the Nginx. Okay, now can we check the status is available or not? So you can check that through curl also. And you see these metrics are coming slowly. And now, so now if you access this Nginx, let me hit this up, because to generate a matrix you have to generate traffic, right? So F5, 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 all these things you have to do that. Okay, so that is done. Any questions so far, all of you?
Yeah. So the changing the status means that this is the configuration which you are putting for the exposing.
Yes, yes. This is the configurations we are putting for exposing. That's
So
correct.
the next underscore which you are, this step exposing the that Nginx.
That's correct. Yeah. Yeah, just guys, can you give me 2 minutes? I'm alone in home and someone is ringing the bell. Just give me a few seconds. Okay, sorry. So, so that is a step you have to do that. Now you are able to access, you will generate some traffic F5, 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 and then you can check this online also for here. So this 81 port, mind it, 81 port. So here, what is this? It's not coming. Here is coming. Okay, it's not accessible from outside, I guess. I need to change a little bit more configurations to make it accessible. Yeah, it's forbidden. So it's internally accessible. That is more than sufficient. So these are the, you see, whatever F5 I was doing, that generating reports. Okay, so this is done. Are you okay with this so far?
Yeah, Rajesh. Rajesh, I think we need to enable port number 81 on EC2 security group if you host it on AWS EC2.
No. Everything is open port for 81, or all the ports are open. Internal ports are blocked. Here you see allow only localhost. This is the one. So Nginx is Nginx configuration. If you put allowed 0.0.00, then you'll be able to access. Got it?
One
Okay.
question, Rajesh. The module which you enable, the purpose of that enabling the module.
So this module only, Nginx, all the feature is in form of modules. So this module will take the metrics from Nginx and expose at certain IP port number. That is what it will
And
do.
the next step, what is that?
Next step means after this, are you comfortable so far here?
No, I'm talking about this only, that the previous one.
Step 4, right?
Yes, step 4.
So here you enable the module, okay? And after that, you are exposing that module matrices at certain location. So this is the Nginx configurations. So here, this is the 81 port at the local host. And here you are enabling the module, see here. So here you are enabling the module. So that's the reason I said, if you know the Nginx, it'll be easy for you to understand this configuration.
Yeah, that I understand, but what the relationship was not able to. Now I understand.
Yeah. So this one will enable the module, and this one will expose at 81 port at this path.
Okay.
Yeah. So now guys, this done. Now what to do? So now step number 5, you have to do the Datadog integrations. Now this is a repetitive steps, more or less you have to do that, but I will show you from here. So go to integrations. Now again, you are repeating the same stuff, but it will be doing with something different tool. Search for Nginx. Did we get it? Here it is. And click on the install integrations. This is the first time, only one time you have to do that. And after that, read it, don't rush. So here all the details you have actually. So mind it, I'm using the open source. So I use this module. If you're using the plus, maybe enterprise, then you have to use this module actually. So please remember that all stuff. So I use this open source module because I'm using Nginx open source. Now, how to validate all this? You have a good amount of tutorials also, but this is also there, which I showed you. Now Nginx Plus also is there. You should read it. Now after that, there's something we have to do. This thing we did it. The only thing we have to do is this one. Okay, so how to enable the metrics collection. So all this is tutorial given by Datadogs you to understand the different scenarios. Okay, so lots of things are there. It's Nginx specific. Now from here our work will start. How do we enable it? So guys, I have to go to that two locations. You know that very well. So this path you remember which I enabled it. So go to cd etc Datadog con.d nginx.d, and here now guys, you know that same pattern, and then do it, and then con.yaml file. Now this file you have to be little careful. So here there's just so many comments actually, don't get confused. Now guys, this is the things which you see that here. Now are you able to recollect like this one, all of you?
Yeah. So this is the URL which we exposed.
Right. correct? So this is something which you have. So expose. So what I am telling agent, look at the image. Hey agent, I'm telling grab the metrics from this URL, which is this URL. And actually it's a good thing we have this URL automatically. You don't need to do anything. So if you see that, it's the same tutorial. We don't need to do anything. But you know what? Some customizations will be there. For example, this URL will be accessible through IP address or something like that. In that case, you have to do that.
Clear.
Yeah. So here you are informing the agent for collecting that metrics. So far so good, all of you.
Yeah.
Okay, so just a second. Okay, so now what to do? You don't have to do anything but validate everything. So just read it, validate it, though there's no action required, but understanding is more important than anything. Sometime you will end up with the troubleshooting. So all this thing I did it, and now what I'm going to do, save it and restart the agent. So systemctl restart Datadog. All this command I'm sure you must be remember by now. So we did all this exercise. So now that is done. So this is something which you have to do. So come back to my tutorial, and here this is the something which we did it. Now restart the agent, and now this is just for screenshot, and now just create some traffic so some data will be generated. So just a second, hold on. So create a traffic on 80 port F5. Okay, all this thing you can do that and get it done. Now how do we see the integration is enabled or not? So guys, there's one magical command, you know that very well. I told you to always run this Datadog agent status. Okay, and now you have to locate the nginx. It's a pretty huge output, but you have to locate this. So here, see that nginx, this okay message is important. So it's okay. Now you come to the Datadog, refresh, and go to the metrics explorer and see that nginx has come or not. So metrics name nginx start, it will start with it, and it has not come. So ng, it will take few minutes to come and then get started. So guys, did you understand that, all of you?
Yeah.
So F5 you should do that, create a traffic, because from the configuration front, if this is okay, that means everything's okay. Okay. So within a matter of few minutes, because it's a new account, right? So it'll take some time to get adjusted. Schema and all will be created. nginx still not coming. Okay. So just wait for it. So guys, did you understand that, all of you? Now, the question is how to collect the Tomcat metrics. Okay, so now more or less the pattern you might have got understood. So no need to explain each and everything, because now you know the pattern. So in a simple way, if I say this is the machine, this is your and this is your Datadog. Now this is your agent, this is your Tomcat. Tomcat, we need to enable that metrics to be exposing. Then we need to tell agent, hey agent, go and get that matrices from here and then push it to here, and then you can enjoy all the matrices of Tomcat, something like that. Are you comfortable, all of you?
Yeah. Yeah. Please.
Yeah. So what to do? So first you can come to this place and just type Tomcat and Datadog. Okay. Now, which tutorial you need to follow? So I think this one, how to enable Apache Tomcat monitoring and Datadog agent. So yes, these are the complete things. So now don't run any commands blindly for the sake of it. So use the logic here. If you see step number 1, install JDK. Now you should not run this command because it's just for CentOS. This is for Ubuntu. Now after that, how to download the Apache Tomcat? Again, this is, do not run this command blindly. This is for CentOS. This is for Ubuntu for installing the 1zip. And this URL, the one which you see, which is for the Tomcat, will not work. The reason is every week the changes happens in the URL. So you have to get that from the website. But you should get a logic from this place and get it done. So this is the steps which you see on your screen to install the Tomcat. Okay, I'll show you the demo. Don't worry about that. But blindly, if you follow, it will not work. Are you comfortable with it, all of you?
Sure.
Okay, so this is the command to start the Tomcat and stop the Tomcat. So you have all this thing. Now, this when you start, you will see something like this and all stuff like that. Okay, so how do we install the agent? So this is the agent. You don't need to install it because you have already done that. So you can ignore this one. And this is important. So anyone have idea about the JMX?
It's a messaging service.
Yeah.
It's a messaging service.
Yeah, your voice is breaking for me at
It's a messaging service.
messaging service. Yeah. So basically JMX is the one which is exposing the Java metrics and Tomcat metrics at a remote location. So you can take it that way. So JMX you need to enable. How can you enable? So because Tomcat is a legacy project, JMX will not be enabled by default. So you have to enable it. So what you need to do? So guys, you can make an entry in this file, okay, and add this line. So this is the class path related work. So that means this entry will enable the JMX. By the way, in the YouTube, Google also, you can search for it, how to enable JMX. You will get a lot of tutorials. So again, this is just for our work to be done. But if you want to have you have interest to understand more about it, Tomcat, JMX, this, that, you can try offline. So this changes has to be done in the catalina.sh and after the shutdown and start. That's all. For the Windows server, if this is for Linux, okay, for this Windows server, the entry will little change because Windows environment variable representation is different. So that is the one. So if you want to have a little bit of knowledge on the JMX, here I have created a snippet of it. You can check it out and use that. Where to place that in this file? So here there's a screenshot he's been given. I'll show you the demo anyways and get it done. So when you start, how do you verify? So take it, read that screenshot very carefully. These all are commands which I have run and taken a screenshot of it. So here JMX you see, you will get enabled. So that is done. So this is the only step which you find little complicated. It's not complicated if you know that, but yeah. Now after that, this is a pattern and I'm sure you will not ask me more here. What do you think, all of you?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So now onwards is just a pattern you have to follow. Okay,
Yeah.
so after this, you have to do this Apache Tomcat at the Datadog website, install integrations, all this thing, check it out, validate. Here, this is a screenshot of the validation and so on. Okay, so let me do that, all this stuff. So first thing first, in my machine.
One question.
Yeah.
We are installing the Tomcat and then we want to redirect all kind of that matrices and everything process into the, and we are just doing integration with the Datadog. Then what is the role of JMX? Why we are integrating the JMX into the Tomcat?
So the concept is very simple. So here Tomcat metrics is not exposed. That is a problem. Tomcat by default, they do not expose the metrics.
Okay, so for that purpose, we are using JMX.
Correct, yes. So JMX will enable that. See, in the Nginx also we had some modules. Remember that? So
Yes, yes.
same way, every tools is a different. That's the reason I said we need to learn those tools first because that how to expose that data and all kind of things we need to understand.
Understand, Rajesh. Please continue.
Okay, so that is the one.
Yeah, Rajesh, please continue. Understand.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. So okay, so just a second, give me 2 seconds. Yeah. So guys, what to do? So guys, this is my machine. Okay. Now I have installed the Java actually today morning only. I was doing some work in this server, so I installed this Java already. So how do we install the Java? Here it is. So let me verify Java is already there in my machine. So you see that is there. So how do you get it? You know that. So this is done. Step number 1 is done for me. How do we download the Tomcat? So let me install first WinZip because I need it and install it. Now guys, this all step is for the getting the logic of it. Okay, mind it. What I will do, I'll go and download the Tomcat download. It's a Apache website. Hit it there. And you see here, this is a zip file. Download zip file only. Don't go for any other stuff. Zip file is sufficient. Copy link URL. I'll go to OPT directory. Okay. Get a logic from my notes. You will not get stuck. Now I download the Tomcat. Now, because I remember the commands, I'm running it, but you can copy the logic from the notes. So you will get it. So path and all, file and all, you have to change it. So I just unzip it. I go inside this. I go inside the bin folder. All these commands you have it. I just change the permission. chmod -capital R 7555 star, and the permission is given. So guys, what I did basically, I followed up to here. Are you comfortable, all of you?
Yes.
So guys, this script
Can
which
you come
is
again? Actually, we just go to this version is not working. Go to download the update version, right?
yes, this URL will not work because every week they change actually. So here you have URL, here you have URL for it. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So that is done. Now start and shut down, you can do that, but right now I'm not interested. Why? Because I don't need that right now. You can try it out for learning purpose. Now agent is also not required. It's already done. Now this is important. So what to do? Guys, don't run this command blindly. Again, I'm requesting because this path will be changed. Mind it. Okay. So here vi catalina .sh, enter. Now where to place? Many of you get confused where to place. These all are comments. Anything we start with the hash is comment. So you can place this content somewhere here. Now you will say where exactly. So for the proof here I have given it. Now you remember that under that after ESEC you can place here. By the way, you can place anywhere, but if you place wrong place, no, you will waste lots of troubleshooting time. So there's so many ways to set the JMX actually. One of the simplest way I'm trying, right? So you can set this one and save and come on exit. That's all. So this is the changes you have to do. I must request you. By the way, what is the port number of JMX? Can you please help me with that?
9012.
Okay. JMX is authentication enabled or disabled? JMX authentication?
For false behavior.
Yeah, that means no user ID and password because I designed this code by looking at the Datadog specification. So I'll show you that one. So guys, now I'm going to start this because I don't have to shut down because I never started, and this is the one. Tomcat got started, but you should validate. This is for Windows. Don't run commands blindly. This is for Windows, and then after that you can check it out also. See ps-ef and all stuff like that. So ps-ef grep Tomcat, you can do that. And you see here somewhere JMX is there. So yeah, installation and configuration done. Now this is a very much pattern. So now you know that you have to go to Datadog website. So can I go to that place? Here it is. Can you please help me what to do? Anyone would like to guide me here what to do?
You can filter out that tomcat.
Where should I go?
The search string. After that matrix.
Here, right?
No. Inside the matrix explorer, in the search string, there is you just like NGINX net connection.
I want you to remember that. We have to
What
do
is
something.
Integration and then Tomcat.
Integration, yeah. Okay, you need to go for the
Integration. Yeah. And here what I need to do?
you just
Tomcat.
search
Wonderful. Yeah, Tom. Guys, this is the pattern you need to remember by now. And then I will click on this and I have to install. This is a one-time installations only, okay? And now if I'm at your place learning first time, then I will spend some time here. Okay, then I will spend on overview. Then I'll spend on the configure and I'll read it. Now this is again, you should learn all this thing. JMX, I did it actually. So these all tutorials I've given it to you just to save your time. Now I'm going to do this one. Okay, so can I do that? So can you help me to get this task done? What should I do now?
Yeah, you just go on that here and just go on etc data agent.
Wonderful. Yes. Now it's you guys have understood everything now. I don't need to wait. Now inside that Tomcat, correct now?
Yes. VI
And now what should I do here?
Yeah, the change conf YAML to the default example.
Yeah. Yes. Now what should I do now?
The changes inside the conf YAML.
Yes. Sorry, my bad. There's a spelling mistake. Yeah. Now guys, you see that study this one, okay? JMX is enabled. I don't have to do. It's uncommented. It's already there. Now, so many entries are already there, so I don't have to do that. The only thing is you should check a little bit. Your JMX is running on localhost. Yes. Which port is running? 9012. So basically I design this content, so you have to do the least changes, this content. Okay, authentication false. So here also you see authentication is commented, but in real time I must remind you, if you have a JMX with authentication, you have to modify this all changes. Okay, so just to make the things easier, I made it this code, but in real time you may have a different scenario. So you need to understand Tomcat, JMX, this, that, and all. Okay, so I don't have to change anything actually here. I don't have to change. So here these steps, I did it. And how to check? I think the command is repetitive. So we are using from last 2 days. So you can check this first, restart this by the way. Okay. And then check this command, Datadog agent config check. And Tomcat is there or not? Let's check it out. Here it is there. Okay, everything's okay. You can check the status also, and you can check the config also, and spend some time with that here and there. There is so many entries, right? So I don't have a patience to go for that. So I'll just grab Tomcat, and here you see it's there. So you spend some time. This is a screenshot of whatever you want. I wanted to show you, and then finally create a traffic on Tomcat. Correct now? So how do we create a traffic on Tomcat? Which port Tomcat is running? Any idea?
80.
8080. Please remember
80.
that. 8080. Okay. So Tomcat is running on 80 port. 8080 port. See here. So guys, I need to create some traffic. So where should I create traffic? So some examples you have here. You can click on this and get it done. What happened? So when you have an error, this is access denied. So what is happening? I'll tell you. You need to remember this. When you hit the example where you have some example applications, okay. So when you hit that URL, then what will happen? That you get this access issues. This is the latest implementation in Tomcat. So what to do? So guys, of course you have some error. You can Google it. So just Google it, and you get some solutions for it. Here it is. Okay, so many solutions, but here I'll show you easy way. So go to the application web apps. This is a fixing, is not documented, mind it. This fix is not documented because not every Tomcat has this issue. So what to do? So I'll go to the OPT, that's my locations where Tomcat is there. Go to my Tomcat directory, go to my CD web apps. Okay, CD web apps. And here I am under the examples. I'll came here. Okay. And here I will search for the file, which is this one. If you know Tomcat, you'll understand, but if you don't know, don't worry, but later on you can learn. I'll search for this file. This file, I'll modify it, and this file is prohibiting the access. So here you see this file, these are the comments. Here, you know, they're saying because of this line, which is line number, the two line I selected, right? Because of that, I'm not able to access from IP address. You can access from the local host, that's not a problem. But for you, it will be a problem if you are accessing the IP address. So what I'll do, I'll delete this line. Okay, security issues, save it. I delete it, now it will be allowed from IP address. Refresh it. So now guys, you understood this? How do you fix that problem?
Yeah.
So now,
Can you come again? Which file you edited?
yeah, I think you will not remember that. So let me.
Conflict.yaml.
Yeah. So just a second. Where is the chat button? Let me.